morning, good morning. Let's get this. I think I got it. All right, let's make sure. All right, that's live. I posted tweeters, so we're all good. All right, there we go. We even forgot to save. So we're looking at 3247. Sketching something. Okay, it's sketching something today because I don't know what yet, but I kind of need to start working on spooky time. So am I going to indulge myself and work on spooky time? I think so. I think I'll work on spooky time because I can make stickers for spooky time. I can do a lot of different stuff. So what I'm doing here is my main sketch tool is the blob brush, and what I do is when I hit this, I'm hitting enter, by the way. And when I work, I pretty much have my left hand on the keyboard for hotkeys at all times. So I hit enter and it brings up the blob brush tool options, and this is what I have mine set at. I have the pressure on for the size of the brush, and then I have the variation set equal because it gives me a nice line variety. Also, this measurement is well, specifically 21 point is more noticeable at a smaller artboard size, and my standard artboard is like 1500 by 900. If I were to go bigger, I would probably bump this up, but it's vector, so you don't really need to go bigger because you can just scale infinitely whatever way you need it. So I usually operate smaller just to not tax my system so much. So but yeah, so that's where that is. And the one thing I have here is keep selected as deselected and merge only with selection is checked, and that allows me to do a lot of sketchy type strokes like grass and texture details without all of those shapes merging together into one. So that allows me to do stuff like this and even like crossover, and then everything is its own object. So if, let's say I like all of these except this one. Well, if it was all merged, I'd have to pretty much redraw the whole thing, but now that they're not, I can just deselect the one that I don't like and redraw it. So that's why I do that. But let's see, spooky time. I'm seeing all the spooky time stuff and I love it, and I getting into spooky time and fall takes a little bit, but I just have to think, and maybe let's do a little brain dump. Let's brain dump. That seems like a good idea. Let's see, what is spooky time? What is autumn? Let's see. I've done leaf piles. I've done let's just start a brain dump. Let's just start I'm going to make my point size smaller here. What else? Spooky time. Well, this is just fall brain dump. Food items. Why am I thinking cobbler setting? I guess because it's harvest time, you're harvesting fruit. You've got, you know, casseroles. Leaves changing colors, crisp breezes, blue sky fences, white picket fences, pumpkins, gourds, gordy, ginkgo leaves. I love ginkgo leaves. Back to school, markets, harvest, warm drinks, soup, cobbler, casseroles. Hey Sharon, welcome! Happy Tuesday to you too. I hope you're having a wonderful week so far. It's starting off pretty good here. I'm just doing a fall brain dump because I want to. There we go. Sorry about that. My earbud volume was like, I hit a song where it just crescendos and all of a sudden I can't even hear myself speak. So I'm doing a fall brain dump and I want to do a spooky time brain dump because I want to start working on some of these things to get like maybe some stickers, and I'm thinking of bringing back aprons, but I'm gonna do the Printful aprons because I feel like I used to sell a lot of them at shows, but you know, I'm only really going to a few now, so doing a whole run of aprons and turning them is, you know, a little bit of a daunting task. So I feel like I can test out some designs and, you know, kind of dip my toe back in the apron world with that. So I'd be doing that through Printful. And actually, when I was cleaning my closet this weekend, and I have a big archive. I have a big like bee. I call it a bumblebee. It's like one of those bins that's the body of the bin is black, but then the top is yellow. I call it bumblebee bins. But I've got one of those full of my old Be Cute t-shirts and all of the sample products I've made, and I came across some of my older ones and I'm like, darn it, why didn't I use that? Why didn't I do something with that? So I'm gonna put some of those back on the table. I also need to get some samples of I had actually a couple requests for the gaming mouse pad mat things, I'm kind of excited to get those, but I want to test it and take pictures and just really make sure things are good on that before I hit go on those. But I want to do that, and I want to bring back a few designs on just regular totes. I've got the all over print tote designs, but I had Adventure Floof's little carrying basket is a tote that I made like I think in 2018ish, and it's I put it in the wash and I didn't realize that that would kind of effectively destroy the it was bad. It was a freebie tote. It was meant to be a freebie, so it was kind of a cheaper material, and you throw it in the wash, it shrinks and shrivels. But I found one that was still perfect and pristine. I think that was my my one I saved for myself, and it has the I'm Stuck on You with coconut, and I made it into a 2-color print. But I had so many questions about that darn tote because it was what was holding Adventure Floof at the booth. And I was like, oh God, no, I can't sell this. It's horrible. That's why it's his basket. But I know Printful has better tote options that are just, you know, lay flat, print on demand, and stock ones that, you know, aren't the whole print sew deal. And I'm thinking of putting a couple of those in the shop with like the Cozy Town Market print, just bringing those back on a smaller scale, not quite as beefy as the ones that like the Space Floof and the Top Floof and the Market totes that I just printed with the faux leather handles and stuff. I'm hoping that I can get those at a lower price point. I really don't remember. I never really paid attention to those, like the regular ones. And so I don't know what the price breaks on those, but I'm hopeful I can make the price breaks kind of decent. And I also wanted to do I uncovered my samples of my dresses, the skater dresses, and I tried them on again, and they're just so fun. They're just such a good cut, and they're twirly. The only thing they're lacking are pockets, and I don't believe I've seen them add pockets to those dresses, but they would be just chef's kiss if they added pockets to those dresses. But they're wonderful. They're so soft as they are, and so I was just like, you know what? I need to add some new patterns to the dresses, and I already have ideas for it. I've got some of the lanyard designs. Actually, I don't have one on hand, but the sweets lanyard with the pastry puffs and strawberries and all of that I think would be a good one. I think the fall repeating pattern with all those nice colors and the reds and oranges, and I'm also going to, this is another thing I rediscovered in my samples bag. I had done samples of the leggings, the exercise leggings that they do, and it's the same fabric that's really soft and comfy, and it's got 2 pockets, and you've got the ability to, I'm just gonna do so they've got like the waistband here, and then they've got the side pockets like this, and they're nice and deep. They hold phones very well. But I had done something really cute. I did like I wrapped the print around the legs. So I did the floofs and the flowers around the legs, and then I repeated that on these pockets. Super darn cute. But the samples that I got for myself, not good colors. They're good colors. They're beautiful colors, but you could only wear them with a tunic. Because I'm like, I don't want to show anything. This isn't good. I need to like drag my shirt down. But super cute. It was a really light, pretty, like seafoam green, but you could see everything with that seafoam green. So I was like, okay, so this would look great like in a dark purple or a teal, more just those rich darker colors, and plus it would make the flower and the floof design pop a little bit more, and also it would be, you know, safe to squat, safe to actually move around and use. And but I really want to do another sample of those, and maybe do like some of the fall designs around the legs. I really like the idea of the wrap around like down here, and I feel like some of the pattern leggings just get, because I've had a couple and I just feel, I don't know, I feel they get like really messy if the pattern is not messy, it's just, I don't know, I don't know, because I've got this watercolor pair of them that I really like, but I always feel like I'm just like a giant walking watercolor painting. So, and it's just, I don't know. I like some structure, and like I love the leggings that have the bands that kind of use the print design to not so much follow the curves, but yeah, sometimes like follow the curves or just kind of acknowledge where this is. Like I really liked how I had done the design here. It was really just like almost like a calf tattoo, kind of like that. And this was just a solid color, so I feel like that is a little more I don't know, I just personally like that better. So I was thinking of doing a couple different ones like that. And on my test I had done a Be Cute logo right here, but then I had also had it on the back band, and I want to switch that out to be just back band only, and I'm going to duplicate the design on these pockets here because I think that'll be a really cute offset. But I'm going to try those. They were called yoga workout pants. I think these specifically were yoga, but they're reinforced so that you could use them in a workout. And I mean, I would feel totally comfortable wearing those at a workout. So I want to revisit those ideas. And the beauty of like the Printful deal is that I just have to come up with the design, and the print on demand is, you know, I don't have to do a whole run of things like I would need to for convention. I actually have the stock, and if it works out to be really great and a hot seller, then I can, you know, think about that in the future of actually stocking them, or, you know, running deeper on stuff. But yeah, I kind of want to bring back some of these items and get like new dress designs, and I've got some ideas. I've got some fun ideas, and I feel like I'm better equipped to think my way around the problem. It's like when I did them initially, I loved those patterns, but it took me a while to get in the mindset of developing patterns for dresses, and, you know, what's too big, what's too small, because there's a certain, I feel like there's a balancing point where, you know, if I'm looking at a lot of dresses, the patterns on them are more often than that kind of smaller than you'd think. So like if you're seeing these dresses from afar, you just see the general pattern, but if you walk up, you actually see that, oh my gosh, those are cherries, those are strawberries, those are characters, those are, you know, they're Disney characters in some cases. So I need to think about that, and I also want to do some color block elements maybe, just to, and I also need to take better pictures, full stop, because I have the something has always bothered me about the pictures on the website for those, and I feel like it's too far away because it's showing the dress in, you know, on a model, but, and then I think my second is a close-up of the pattern, I believe, but I feel like I need to do better there. I need to maybe do some lifestyle photos or style it out a little bit better. Just something to make, I don't know. I've never been happy with those. So I want to do those justice, because when you see them and try them on, they're just so fun. And, but yeah, so those aprons, totes, I'm thinking about that, and you know, what I can bring into those products to do a little bit of a kind of a printful update, but also stickers, because I need to get reprints. This is just a big brain dump here. I need to get I Believe in You. And I also need the Meow Bender. And there were several others I needed reprints of that I was low on. I think You Got This is another one. You know what I feel like I need to do? I love my Believe in You sticker. Oh, yay! Oh, I'm so glad she likes it. I'm glad you like it too. That one was such a good one, and it flew off. Oh, that's another one. Leaf nap is almost gone. It flew off the stand at San Diego. They were always reaching for that one, and even when I shifted things around, you know, people would always go for that one. So that one, Meow Bender, everybody loved that one. You Got This was really popular too, and Leaf Nap was really popular. There were quite a few, and I didn't have enough room to put them all up there, so I held back on some of the floof designs. Like, I put out Popcorn, which was good. That one went well. I put out Flower Pot, and I put out the butterfly one. I held back on the ice cream, and I think a couple of the Christmas winter designs. Actually, I held back on a lot of those because I was putting out the ones that were summer, fall-ish, kind of trying to keep with it. And I totally forgot to put out the Tuxie McFur and the Superman and the Batbug. Those would have gone too, because they always do, but I just totally forgot about those. And I didn't realize that until I was doing inventory. I was like, oh yeah, I would be out of these if I put them out. I feel like to get into the spirit. So like when I was little, there was my dad would tape you know, the Disney specials and stuff. I had the Peanut specials, all of that. And one that I would watch all the time was Disney's Halloween Treat. And I think it exists on YouTube. I believe I found it a year or so ago or more. But all it is or was rather, a collection of the Halloween spooky themed shorts, some pieces from Fantasia, and some clips from, you know, like Snow White, and, you know, other kind of spooky, scary scenes in movies and stuff. And as with a lot of those, like Fun and Fancy Free and Make Mine Music, they kind of have like a narrator, and then they have the shorts put together. Make Mine Music and Fun and Fancy Free were, I think those, especially Fun and Fancy Free with Jack and the Beanstalk and Bongo, I think those were actually made for those shorts and specials. But some of the other ones, like Vacationing with Mickey and Friends, those are just like a collection of the Mickey shorts and all of that. And but it was all sort of what tied everything together was the overall narration and the narrator. Sometimes it was, you know, character, sometimes it was what was it? In Fun and Fancy Free, it was this dude that was like a vacation, like, travel agent. Not Fun and Fancy Free, Vacationing with Mickey and Friends. And then what was the other one? The Christmas one, I think, was Jiminy Cricket. And I think these came out in the 70s or 60s. Disney Halloween Treat came out, let's say it was in the early 80s, mid 80s. But what was cool about that was, like, at that time, you know, there was no on demand. There was no the Disney archive for the animation and the movies was truly an archive. They, you know, you saw it in the theater and, you know, it was gone, and they re-released things. And so you know, Snow White, some of those, they had a re-release of Cinderella, which was actually the first movie I ever saw in the theater. We went and saw it. My mom took me to see it. And but so it was neat to, you know, get glimpses at those movies, because you couldn't just, you know, call it up on demand and or put in your video or your DVD. It was, you know, that was all you could see. And so I'd always loved to watch those. And one of my favorite was the Fantasia Night on, oh sorry, not the Hall of the Mountain King, Night on Bald Mountain, with the the demon or whatever on top of the mountain, and then the transition from Night on Bald Mountain to oh god, what was this? It was All Saints Day after that. And what was the song they chose? Because it kind of went from that. It's not Ode to Joy. Darn it. I'll have to watch it again. Another excuse to watch it again. But all of that chaos and all of that spooky time and all of that, you know, the demons and the ghosts and everything, and all of that. And then the transition to morning and All Saints Day with the lights, and the light is what drives the, you know, the demons back into their, yes, Ave, thank you, Ave Maria, yes. But yeah, that transition from one to the other and the coming of the light, I always loved that. But I love the whole story of it too. That is one of my favorite shorts from Fantasia. And I think my second favorite is the Greek mythology one with the Pegasus and the unicorns and the centaurs. I loved the colors in that, and just the animation style in that one is just so joyful. And I always love that one too. Oh, the dancing, oh gosh, yes. Oh, the whole Nutcracker suite, darn it. I think I like all of it. The Nutcracker suite, the Mickey and the brooms. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, what was that? That was the China, it was the Chinese dance. It was the, wait, was that right? Yeah, that was right. I love the dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies, with the fairies turning fall to winter and the icicles going everywhere. The whole Nutcracker suite was just incredible in that. I kind of want to rewatch Fantasia now. I did like the dinosaur one too, but that one was a little bit more scary to me. I'm not sure why that was more scary to me than Night on Bald Mountain. Yeah, Chinese dance, yeah. Trying to think, and I didn't watch Fantasia 2000 really all that much at all. I think I watched it once and just went back to the first one. occurs to me I need to start drawing. Let's put mushrooms on fall brainstorming. Mushrooms. This market's back to school. Animated dinosaurs were scary when we were younger. Oh my gosh. You know, Land Before Time was one of those I went to see with my sister, and seeing with the little goat's mom, oh my god, it still makes me cry. That was intense. And I still kind of, I don't avoid watching it, but I'm just like, do I want to cry? I have to, like, there's some books that I'm like, oh, I really want to read this again, but then do I want to cry? I got to measure that. And Land Before Time falls strongly into that category. In Brave Little Toaster, what freaked me out about that one was the stupid air conditioner. That whole air conditioner scene where he's, you know, like burning himself out, that scared me more than like the creepy new appliances in the kid's apartment, in his new city apartment. I really didn't, you know, care or mind about those, that's whole song really all that much, but it was the air conditioner blowing himself out that terrified me. And but yeah, and you know, the whole scene in that, I mean, I don't know what, I mean, there was definitely tension in the repair shop, definitely tension there, but I don't know, I always kind of, when I was little, I would fast forward kind of through the air conditioner scene and the rest of it was fine. And also Kirby choking on his cord, that bothered me a lot. All of these weird things. But I saw at San Diego, they had, oh gosh, what booth was it? They had a couple of Brave Little Toaster pins, and it was Toaster, when Toaster was happy toasting the toast. He has that kind of relaxed look on his face. It's just kind of like, you know, I'm toasting bread. They had that scene, and there was another one. It wasn't Kirby. It was the air conditioner unit. And I was like, I'm not getting that air conditioner unit. I get Toaster, happy Toaster, but yeah, no, I pass on the AC unit. I remember watching something about that one, how it was a Disney production, but and I'm not remembering this right. I think Brad Bird had something to do with that one. I'm not remembering right, but I think he did. But yeah, that was a favorite on rotation, along with Secret of NIMH and Watership Down. Snoopy Come Home was on rotation quite often. Lady and the Tramp. Those are ones that I actually had on tape, and so I'd of course rotate through all of those. And when they'd release new Disney ones on tape, I'd get and watch those. But yeah, so those ones with the Disney's Halloween Treat, they also brought in some of those old the Merry Melodies with the skeletons. They brought in footage from the Haunted Mansion, and the scene where the witch transforms in Snow White, when she makes the poison apple. What else was in that one? I need to watch that one too. But let's get actually a sketch going here. Let me pick something. Like a cute little sketch of the floofs playing in autumn leaves. I'll do that one. Might not be a sticker, but I could possibly do something. Well, let's do a little mushroom sketch. Mushrooms are fun. How about a mushroom nap? A little nap. He's like napping. Not that nappy. He's sitting up against the stem. Like that, and we've got a pile of leaves here too. Something like that would be good. Let's see, what else can we do? We can do some pumpkins and gourds. No, maybe not like that. Let's do... He's got one of those itty bitties. I'm very proud of his little pumpkin. I think that'll work. So we got 3 there. Let's do one more. Let's do a moment sheet. Maybe she's standing by a fence. And maybe she's helping a floof get down off the fence. And she's got her fall on, and we'll have just a little scene. Yeah, that'll be good. All right, let's get some of these. Actually, let's just take all of these down. I could turn these all into wallpapers too. That would be good. And because I am determined, it's already 8:20. God, where did August go? I'm determined to get my uploads early for the wallpapers, and I can turn these into some of those and get that going. The only thing I'll need to do... Oh, wait, I already did it. Well, I could do Fat Cat as the monthly. I might do 1 or 2 more Procreate drawings, and then that'll be the large matching monthly one. Speaking of Procreate, I was the 9. All I need 9. Yes, the video of the CEO. Talking about, if you haven't seen it, look it up, because it was so nice to hear after what feels like months of, you know, constant news about AI replacing artists and, you know, all of that back and forth, and Adobe going all in on it and kind of force feeding it to all of their customers. He came out with a statement saying that, you know, our products will always be made with the human in mind, that they are not going to embrace AI, and why they make their products is for use by people. So that was just so nice. I was joking with Two Senseless, and she originally had posted that, and I saw it, and so I was, you know, DMing with her, and she was like, yeah, we were talking about, you know, how can we buy Procreate twice, and I was like, well, this really makes me want to buy Procreate Dreams and just figure out how to make, you know, just make that the animation solution for me, and figure out how to make it work, or just teach myself how to use it. And but yeah, it just kind of, it felt good. Make me want to draw in it all the more. Oh, I need to go in there. And I need to go down in size here. Can you redraw this a little? Oh, actually, no, that's cute. I'm gonna just give him this little bump. Maybe an extra little pumpkin bit there. I am not going to show his footers, but I may as well draw them just in case. Alright, so pumpkin number 1. Are we going to have the stem like that and kind of have him curling over here? That could be interesting. Oh, he's a bumpy. He's a bumpy. Okay. He'd be bumpy, but it doesn't look like he would sit this way, so I'm gonna group this pumpkin. Make sure he's just kind of sitting where he needs to be. Oh, I forgot that. That's all right. I need to redraw the stem anyway. Oh, the bird that flew past the key. He does. He grew it himself. He grew it all by himself. Let's move that one down, and I think I'm going to make my point size a little smaller here. It's maybe getting too small. That. I think I'm going to keep the pumpkins in that'll do. I need to be right back. All right, there we go. All right, I forgot. I just saw this as I was walking back. So I found something yesterday. So this is my first spooky purchase of the year. It's this little ghost, and I got him because he was just a cute little ghost. And I'm like, well, there's something in the bottom here. I didn't even read the tag. So I get him home and I start actually reading the tag. And it says, pull the string, let it go, watch me zoom. I'm like, what? So he has a tail, and you pull the tail, and he like vibrates. And if you put him on the floor, he bounces around. And what if I did that for a floof? Like maybe a little bit bigger, and he has the big mouth, like a big mouth floof. That would be in keeping with his character. And then instead of a little tail, it would be a leaf that you could pull, and then he just kind of, he'd do what, you know, big mouth floof does. He'd boop around. But this is just a little thing in here, and no, it wouldn't last forever, but I mean, with these things, do they really ever? But I'm thinking, because people have been asking for a floof that's maybe like half size, a little bit smaller, but I don't think I'd go, well, that floof is about this size that's on coconut, with coconut. But I think that would be hilarious, because like if you just, you know, he just goes around. I wish I could show it on the table. But yeah, this is from Hallmark. If you want to get one for yourself, it's called the Zip-A-Long, and it's just a ghost. It was in the grocery store. He's got a little trick-or-treat bag. But yeah, I was thinking, I would totally, because that would be like how a floof moves. So yeah, thinking about that and running that by my manufacturer to see if they can do that. I'm pretty sure they probably could. My text here. Anything else? Okay, there we go. So yeah, I'm thinking about that. God, that would be so cute. Oh my god. I mean, the price point, this guy is $7.99, but that's Hallmark, and they could afford to go deep and get that. I just don't know what the pricing would be. Man, I don't think he could be anything. I mean, I would love to make him less than $10. With shipping, because I'm thinking back on because it was about the same size as the keychain plushies, and I'm able to keep those down, but made those like well before the pandemic, and I know prices are changed, but this little unit here, that's the pole, and I just feel like that's something that would make people smile. Like if you need a smile, just let your floof like zip along the table or something. I think I'll just keep this maybe as a little pile. Leaves. Just something down here. I'm so proud. He says, "Look at my pumpkin. Look at it." Oh, I've got some pieces I need to delete. I don't need that anymore. And I think, okay, it looks like I deleted the, okay, I'm just, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna group my floof. That way I don't need to erase my floof, I just need to pop the pumpkins in front of him. That makes more sense. I need to bring up an old file. So let me save this. Oh, don't do this to me. There's not enough on my desktop for you to crash. Ugh. Loves to do that. Alright, let's try this again. It's going that way. It is Gremlins. It's Bomb-chan. She's come back to life. Let's go. Good fortune golf. I'm looking, the client that I used to, I haven't done anything for him recently, but I used to do, this is the one that would do, like over the top tree houses, custom tree houses that looked like, you know, like fairy tale tree houses. There was one I designed that was like a Hogwarts castle, double tree house, so you went over the Hogwarts bridge. And then later on, I did some development on golf courses, mini golf courses. Let me get this in a, between school starting and spooky season coming, it's perfect timing for Mom. It is. She's just like, let me in. I'm gonna make your day extra special. Alright, so. Alright, let me... spell things right. Oops. Let's attach these files. You need to go in here. You need to go in here. All right, and I need to attach this a 6-page PDF with the map and the close-ups. Yeah. This was a cool one. I was really proud of this one. Hopefully it gets built. Let's open that. And actually I can link you to one that actually was built. It's pretty cool. Let me include this logo too, because I did do a logo as well. Oh. Did I spell the name right? That would be embarrassing if I misspelled his name. Yes. God. All right. That's good. That's sent. Let's see. All right. That's sent. So let me, what is the name of that? Oh, darn it. I think I can show my files. Can I show my files of that? I can show my files of that because it's built. Oh, this is in the old file. I gotta go back. I gotta go back into the old file because that was a while ago. Oh, what are you? Nope, 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 nope. Here you are. There we go. Wait, nope, that's, wait, was that? This was 2016. No. Was that really 2016? Less. But I know the name of the company. Alright. Prices. I'm sure. Oh. There we go. Yeah, here we go. It's so cool. You can see this thing actually built out. So this is back to, there we go, just the copy. And it sure has. It's flown. So there's the website of this mini golf course. I believe it's in South Carolina. But so what I did was I did concept art for some of these golf holes. I did an overview map that included the temple and I think this is number 9, where you actually get onto the pirate ship and you putt out at the pirate ship. I did the logo and several of these different areas, and this was all concept artwork for the company that built the actual attraction. So that was super fun. And but yeah, you actually walk into that temple in the middle, and you walk on. There's a putt out on a kind of a crashed pirate ship, and yeah, really cool to see it all built. And another one that you can actually see built is let me see if I can find a picture. So if you go to, oh, there he is right there. So another thing that I did for them is here. So if you watch the video that is at the top of this website, right at the beginning you'll see a pirate ship, and the pirate ship is like right at the entrance, and I designed that pirate ship. It's super cool. It's always fun to see it pop up on advertisements on the TV. And but yeah, that thing was the product of 9 months of back and forth on drawings, and it went from like, it was originally like 90 feet to 30 feet, then to 60 feet, and the actual look of it changed a ton. If you actually go, let me see, if you go on this, there's gotta be, they gotta show more. They gotta show the Hideaway Beach. I don't think it's on Real Water Park. It's the splash pad for kids right at the entrance. But what was really interesting about that one was the Catherine, did I say hello to you? Hello if I did not. Hope you're having a good day. What was really interesting about the Coco Cay one, it's on an island, and they had a lot of, oh my god, it was kind of brain damage. But so in order to get the materials out to the island to build the attraction, there is one boat that leaves the dock, and essentially it's like a delivery boat that goes around to all these different islands once a week, and it leaves the dock in Florida on Thursday. So for them to be able to get materials onto the island, and building materials, all of the set pieces and all of that, it had to be at the dock at a certain time to get on the boat to be delivered 2 days later, so they could actually build out and, you know, do what they're, you know, supposed to do. And that was an interesting, you know, element that I never even, you know, realized what goes into building these things. And you know, it was kind of a, it was very interesting in just the design process, and the kind of layers of back and forth that had to be like the layers of approval. Like you weren't just talking to one person, you had a liaison, and there was an extra layer because I wasn't talking to them. It was the actual builder talking to them, and the builder would talk to me. And then I would, adjust the concept artwork, and then we were organizing 3D renders and all of this stuff. But, because it would not just be approved by one person, and it had to go up several levels through the executive, hierarchy there, to get final approval on what it would be and what the features would actually be included. And we had to think about things that if we had slides included, they had to the budgeting would have to include staffers to man those slides, because someone had to be at the top and someone had to be at the bottom. So when one person goes down the slide, you're not having a pileup of people and possible injuries. And so they had to, that was also a problem with the crow's nest, because there was in some of the design, it actually ended up, and I don't think they actually have a staffer on it. There was one point where the crow nest had to have a staffer on it, and I think that's when we had a slide coming down from the crow's nest. And I don't believe that's where it ended up. It's just something you climb up, cross over, and climb down now. But they had, I think at one point we had 4 or 5 tube slides, and we had to cut those down to, I think it was 2. And it was just a really, really interesting deal and process to go through. And one thing I thought that was super cool was there was a handicapped access lift that they wanted to have included, and we wanted to find a kind of cool way to style it out so it didn't, stick out like a sore thumb. So there was this kind of scaffolding that had the lift equipment in it, but then we had barrels on the outside of it, so it looked like a pile of barrels that you walked into, and it lifted you up onto the platform to get access to the inner part of the ship. That was super cool, and I was really happy with that one. And it was neat to see it, actually done. Let me go ahead and color this guy. I can move your sketch out. But yeah, those are some of the definite cool things that I've done in my freelance work. He'd do themed out bed sets, like there was a Cinderella themed one that the bed was the princess carriage, and then you had a castle kind of off to both sides of it. So I think all said and done, that one was 5 bunk beds. Well, not 5 beds, 2 bunks, and then 1 central. I believe that's what that one was. And then there was let me see. I did another one that was kind of a superhero Marvel theme, but it was another kind of tricked out bunk bed set. Some of these I think ended up for Airbnbs. They would have these themed Airbnbs that they would contract with this builder to theme out and build. And one of them that was super cool, it never actually came to fruition because the budget just was not within the customer's reach. This was to create a Rivendell treehouse. So I got out my Lord of the Rings books and was looking at the concept art and development for the Rivendell pieces, and use that to kind of guide the artwork And that one was neat. That one was a tree house that was had a, well, for, it wouldn't be a basement because it's lifted. The ground floor was like the trunk, the base of it. And then inside that base was like toiletries, bathroom, and then you go up to the second level, and then that's where the tree house is, where you've got the bed and other items, and you've got a balcony. That was really fun to do, and it went through a couple iterations, but unfortunately it was never built. Maybe someday it'll get built, but definitely cool to work on and just play in that space. Did I? Where's my shading for these pumpkins? I thought I put shading on these pumpkins. Oh, I didn't. I just put shading on the floof. Okay. Well, get to that. Uh-oh. To have, oh wait, no, I wanted to have him the other color. I don't want him to have an outline. I might actually, let's go ahead and make this a gradient. There we go. I kind of like that one as it is. Maybe I'll just leave him flat colored. Go. And let's color these autumn leaves. And I can get out my official Leafy Walk palette. Oop. Oh, just a little bit of leafy greens over here. Let's maybe do some browns. I could do some, oh, I am in the right group. I just was not on the right layer. Not layer, but mode. Let's do some shading for this guy. But I'm gonna blanket. I'm crocheting. Oh, nice! I love fall colors. I like the Just like everything about the leaves changing color. And there we go. We're gonna give him, take this color, we're gonna give him an orange heart. There we go. Let's do this one, taking a little nap. I like the funky mushroom shapes, just they're very free form. And let's go around in here. Maybe this will be, drawing mushrooms kind of like trees. It's just very free flowing, organic. No, this isn't gonna be seen because Floof is gonna be leaning up against this area, but I can still draw it and have it ready to go in case I change my mind of where this Floof is gonna be. I watched Twisters this past weekend. That was the Friday movie night. I thought it was good. It was a lot of fun. I think they were successful in. There was very little tribute to I mean, Dorothy was in it, but there weren't any previous characters. But I could see, like, the main girl was kind of a combination between Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton's character, and I could see where they drew inspiration from, but I think it very much stands on its own. And it was just a good popcorn movie. And I was quite impressed with some of the, okay, so it's kind of, I think, towards the beginning-ish of the movie, well, not the beginning, but like, I would say third into the movie, they've got some of these shots, and I'm inclined to believe that they just took, a camera out into, Tornado Alley and recorded some of the footage of the clouds just kind of rolling and building and moving out there, because there are scenes where they have that kind of sped up and overlaid, and I just thought it's always fascinating to me to see that. And it was cool to see that worked into the actual movie. And I wish there was more of it, honestly, but it was good. They had some really neat action sequences, and And Glenn Powell, he played Glenn Powell and did a good job. Oops. And then I watched, let me see, what else did I watch this weekend? I watched Beekeeper again. Always up for a good Jason Statham movie. This one was, I don't think I realized it the first watch through, but it's kind of funny because there's like a lot of bell ringing in the movie. Like, you know, it's the over the top action, you know, beat 'em up, shoot 'em up type movie, but like whenever somebody's head would hit something, there would be like a bong or like a it was just kind of comical. It's those sound effects that they added in there, almost like they're taking a little bit of a shot at themselves and kind of pushing it over to the kind of cartoonish comedy edge. But oh, that was another one. Spy came on, and that one was, I think it was 2016. It was a riff on James Bond. It was one of the Melissa McCarthy movies, kind of in that string that she had, that were kind of roughly, she's playing the same character, but there was Heat, there was Spy, there were a couple others. But this is the one where Jude Law plays the James Bond character, but he gets killed, and so she has to kind of literally come out of the basement where she was an operative behind the scenes and actually be an operative in the field. And it was just such a fun movie. But Statham is in that one too, kind of playing a caricature of himself, and I thought that was one of the best parts of the movie. After work meeting, hope you're, oh, you too, have a good rest of your day. I hope you have a good meeting. I'm gonna finish this mushroom, whoops, and then I will be switching modes as well. But these are two, or if I get these done, that'll be my daily today. Grab this floof because I'm just gonna pop him in front of everything. There we go. I think I'm going to draw some leaves, kind of a nice little pile of leaves that he's nestled into. So this whole area is not going to be a factor in sure the paws are up here because he's got a nice little, let's do this one first. No, let's just keep him without a smile. He's so content that he doesn't need extra information. Oh, come on. Come on, eraser. There we go. Eraser's working now. Change my mind again. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice little, let's move it down. In the right spot. Oh gosh, I didn't have this grouped. That's not good. that. Just need to group this. There we go. All this thing here. And I'm just gonna color this floof in and pop him on top of everything so I don't have to drop down the color of everything else or erase the lines. And if I want to reposition him, I can. Well, let's pop his color back. And I might erase a little bit of this floof over here. I'm gonna be sneaky about it and just erase. Take care of, I don't need that, I need to leave that. I'm just going to erase this little bit here of the mushroom details. Let's do a cute little maybe I kind of want to do a nice, a deep gradient. That would be cute. Not color. That's the color I wanted. This. I'll keep those pieces and I'm gonna fill this in, but I'm gonna do an overall gradient with all of this, I think. I feel like this needs to be like a reddish brown. Yeah, it's probably better. But I think the whole thing Yes, crispy fall colors are the best. Now I need to make the mushroom fall in with these colors. Maybe I'll pick this and see what my little, ooh, that's interesting. I'm not that pleased with that, but this is interesting. What else do we have here? That's interesting. That's interesting. Like you. I like where this is going. That's a little bit more muted, but let's play with, ooh, that's not that pleasant. That's pleasant. I like that's fall-ish. Let's do this. Ooh. That. Like that. All right. We got some good neutrals here. Hey, adventures! Yes, I am. I have unfortunately not had any success getting Behance back to working. I emailed and I have a different username here if you want to. Okay. Are you what's your username on Behance? But yeah, I sent in a trouble ticket and I haven't gotten a response back yet. What happens is my stream time's out. Oh, random YouTube channel. Oh dear. Let's put you in timeout. Put you in timeout. We'll give you about 30 minutes. There we go. Random YouTube channel. We're gonna have you chill a little bit. Alright. But yeah, so I don't really know what's going on when it's almost like they don't recognize. So what happens is it times out and gives me a too many requests error, and I don't know how to do that because I can't immediately restart the stream because it locks me out of Behance for I think about 30 minutes. So it's like I'm sending too many requests to the Behance servers, but I'm trying to stream. So I don't know if they're counting the interaction between my like streaming software and Behance servers as spam. I don't know, but hopefully they'll send me your just give me an update or just let me know what's going on, because I don't want to stop streaming there completely. But if I have no choice, I have no choice. So but I don't really know if they're. Oh, D, nice. Well, welcome. I'm glad you found your way over here. But yeah, they've had problems in the past on Behance. It's just, ooh, I like that. I want to have a lighter tone here, and I think, so this is 30%. I think that would be this one at 100%. So let's go ahead and do this, but then let's just do that. That's nice. I feel like that's nice and fall colored. So now I just need to pick this, and I want to choose wisely. But let's go a little wild for a minute. Let's just see. I kind of like that, but I feel like it needs a gradient. Thanks for the warm welcome. I feel less comfortable on YouTube because of oh, well, hopefully we can keep the trolling down to a minimum. The problem is if I want to, I have to mark this stream a certain way, like they kind of grade it like you would a movie, like PG, G, R for kids, safe for kids, not for kids. I don't have the ability to do a chat if it's not a regular rating. So I feel like there's a happy medium that YouTube could put in place where you could, but I understand, like, if the chat is safe for kids, then, I mean, if the stream is safe for kids, then chat just opens up too many, you know, possibilities for that to go wrong. But I mean, they had ratings on Twitch, but Twitch is also a whole other ball of wax, so I don't know. Hopefully it'll work out well, though. I like this. I really like this whole kind of fall, crispy. I'm gonna do just a couple of falling leaves here, just to show maybe they're floating down in different colors, to justify the different pile of leaves we have here. One here. I don't want to, in case I want to do this as an actual sticker, which I think could be really cute. I want to be sure that, you know, one of the problems I ran into was if I make the sticker too wide, it makes a 3-inch sticker seem really small. But if I keep the design relatively and the details relatively square, then you can get, I feel you get like more bang for your buck, and it just feels like, you know, feels better. Feels better to me. All right, I'm gonna drop this down just a smidge. Do a little detailing over here. Send it back and bring it forward. Oh, I'm getting into the details now. I really like this. Oh, cute. I feel like this little floof needs some shadow on his face, though. Unless the light is coming in. Well, that would make sense. The light is coming in from the front, so the floof isn't under shade, and that would make sense with this right here. Why that it has a little light hitting it. He has light hitting here, but then I think I feel I need to go a little bit more robust with the shadows back here. So let's just think this through and maybe have this area a little on the darker side. To give it a little bit more depth here. Maybe not so much. Maybe let's back it down to 40. There we go. We'll be all right. A few more details here. maybe some super ultra thin lines. Those. Some small little details. All right, I'm going to save that one. I got two. Gosh, I really like these fall colors. I might continue this throughout these and make a little set. I could do some adjustments over here. Yeah, I could do some adjustments over here. And definitely, these won't be too difficult to finish, rather. But I'm going to go ahead and save. And I'm going to go ahead and shut the stream down here. So let me go to my ending screen. Thank you so much for joining me today. If Behance starts working again for me, then I will start streaming again on there. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and say all streams are on YouTube. And I'll make an announcement if I can get the streaming working again there. But otherwise, I'll see you on Thursday with some comics, and I'll probably be starting a little bit earlier on Thursday. I had a little bit of a late day today because I was doing some orders and stuff. But yeah, thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Dee. Thank you, anyone who's lurking. I truly appreciate you joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.